Reflections. So it's a funny thing about that track. So when I started doing that track, a lot of people, even blogs, thought that I had some kind of past friend relationship or something that was personally related to someone. And I felt it funny how all the comments and all the how everybody just took a liking to the song and then tried to dissect it for themselves. But they were so far off from what the meaning of the song really was. When I was doing gene therapy, basically I was having troubles, just creating for a while, and I had to go back and find myself. So those were the first couple of words, hello my nigga, you barely visit like you used to. And it's basically referring to my old self and me trying to reach my older self. Even the artwork itself says something about reflections. There's actually a crow in a picture that I photoshopped myself, and I caught it outside my dad's apartment, and it's a whole all black cover. Looks like it's been scratched out of vinyl, and the crow is so darkened with the background you can barely see it, but you can see the reflection on the floor. And to me that stands for a lot. So it's funny how people perceive things, when you tell it a different way through your music. The crow, if you pay attention to some of the previous videos that were out, the crow was actually in the Mr. Anderson video, and the crow was in the trees, and it represents the forest lingering, with gene therapy, because gene therapy is rhino. And rhinos. There are like so many characters. You got Davy Jones, the soul. I just call him Davy Jones for short. Dave's in there. We got Nisi. We have Ryan, Rhino, and we have a couple of other artists on the EP that tell their particular story through their verses, or however they perceive the song and took it from there. Ryan's a character in the songs as a kid, and Rhino's the adult version. The basis behind gene therapy is Rhino's trying to find Ryan, and Rhino's an adult, and Ryan is a kid. And Rhino's trying to get back to that point in life where when he was a kid, everything was magical. As you start to get older, you start to develop habits and ways based on the environment and things that you learn while growing up. And it really takes away from your childhood sometimes. So, you have to go back and revisit that to find out who you really are and what you really loved. Art has stuck with me to this day. When I was a kid, my dad would call me Rhino all the time. Like, I don't care where I went, whether it was high school, middle school, for some reason people call me Rhino. The people in my life have always made an impact. So I make my music around things that happen in my life and people that happen in my life. A lot of people take for granted the things that happen to them. I'm joyful for the bad times and the good times because you learn from the bad times.